I think when we think about flexible working and remote working, there is this concern that with technology, we have got to a point where we're doing less and less human interaction and more interaction through like chat services and messages, and sort of and that thing. And I think to some extent there is we need to be cautious of that, because people do business with people, and this idea that you can only speak to someone over a chat messenger or on email does seem a shame. People do like to just pick up the phone and have a chat, and equally sit in front of you and have a human interaction. And I think that with the increase in us using so many apps and technology to communicate, there are a large number of us that are a bit like, can we sometimes just have that human interaction? But where I think there's a nice bridge between those two things actually is a lot of the video calling that we have at the moment, because it's helped me tremendously with clients that are international, to be able to still connect and see them and have a chat with them and build a rapport and a relationship, where that's really quite important for some businesses. So I think that has been a nice happy medium. And I think with flexible working, it can get tricky if, I mean, in the instances that I've had a team that have worked flexibly and therefore have been working from home remotely, it is really important that there are kind of like there is a set of, I wouldn't say rules, because that sounds as if you're sort of trying to manage an adult with sort of like childlike constraints, if you like. But I do think there needs to be a mutual understanding on, if there is an internal meeting that usually takes place at 10 every morning, if you would still like that person to be present, them just being on time and being present in that, checking in when necessary, being live. So like, if something comes up, in your colleague's mind, I think, I better ask about that now because it's related to something I'm doing or whatever it might be. Being able to ask that on a messenger, like a Slack or a Skype or whatever it might be that you're using, and feel that you're going to answer now and not sort of 5 hours later, I think that's still quite an important thing. So just making sure that you're always available and that communication is clear. And if, for example, you're going to go off because you've got a meeting outside with a client, or you're going to be on a call or whatever, just sort of saying in a group conversational thread or whatever, that I'm going to be away for the next hour doing this, but I'll jump back on afterwards. It's just little things like that. I think just being respectful of the fact that communication is even more important if you're working remotely.